Today, in episode 3 of our gaming news series, we'll explore what's happening with the Xbox Series X Pro. Is a mid-generation upgrade on the way, or has that ship sailed? We'll also discuss the recent updates from the Stellar Blade developers, which will leave you shocked. Have Nintendo's lawyers knocked on the door of the Ryujinx emulator developers? And is Tencent about to buy Ubisoft? We'll touch on the massive failure of Skull and Bones, Meta's new AI glasses, and much more. Make sure to watch until the end, or you might miss some important updates. On one hand, the PS5 Pro has already been released, and while it doesn't have many groundbreaking updates, at least Sony has put something out there. Meanwhile, looking at Xbox's consoles, I'm not a hater, but seriously, what's going on? Rumors suggest there won't be a mid-generation upgrade for Xbox, meaning the same console they released in 2020 is what they plan to run for the next 3 years, effectively extending its lifecycle to 7 years. It seems that way for now, but who knows what the future holds. For now, all they're doing is upgrading storage, like you may have seen with the Series X going from 1TB to 2TB, and the Series S getting a 1TB variant. If they're not upgrading storage, they're merely playing with color combinations. One moment you're looking at a black and white option, and the next they launch a special edition with a Starfield theme. And for some reason, they thought it was a good idea to remove the disk drive from their consoles. Who even buys a console without a disk drive these days? Starfield, which is one of their exclusive games, runs at 30 frames per second, and while it does reach 60 frames per second at times, it's never stable. The frame rate drops are severe in many areas. Now, they're releasing consoles that won't natively support any games. Everything has to be purchased via Game Pass and will run entirely on the cloud. Honestly, I don't know who would buy that. As you might know, it was announced during the PlayStation State of Play that the Stellar Blade game will be collaborating with Nier Automata to launch new DLC. However, before this, the developers made some major updates to the game. For example, the cloth physics have significantly improved. I never realized how important cloth physics could be until now, but you can really see the difference in the gameplay. Then they introduced boob physics, which arguably makes this update the most important update in the history of mankind. What do you think about this update? I mean, who knows what they were thinking when they decided to improve cloth physics and add boob physics? Regardless, they updated the game. Beyond that, I didn't notice any major changes. Perhaps I'll need to check the patch notes, but from what I can gather, these seem to be the most noticeable updates. There was a post about some leaks on Twitter, particularly by Legacy Killa, which mentioned that the main character in GTA 6 would be named Lucia, and that there would be vault heists similar to those in Fast and Furious. These were some small details being shared. However, it turns out that the news source which covered it, whether it was Yitter or a site like twittersignin.com known for spreading fake news, manipulated the leaked GTA 6 screenshots using an AI generator, made some alterations, and then posted them. This led to a DMCA claim being filed against them. Interestingly, a YouTuber named Cyberboy also covered Legacy Killa's leaks. Although he didn't show any damaging leaks, his video was taken down too. Now, people are creating a lot of drama, claiming, look, this was a real leak because Take-Two Interactive took it down, so it must be legit. In reality, Take-Two took action because of the manipulated images that were posted. In Cyberboy's case, there was no image in his video, so it's likely that the takedown was triggered by the text, meaning his video will probably be reinstated soon. I just wanted to share this with you so you don't end up thinking something strange is happening in the world of GTA 6. And now that October has started, fans are calling it Rocktober, because Rockstar Games has historically released many of their major titles in October, like GTA 3, Vice City, San Andreas, RDR2, and more. Here's a full list of games. Almost all of them were released in October. I'm really hoping we get some announcements this month, whether it's a trailer or some official screenshots, because it's already been almost 10 months since the last major update from them. First, there was UMatter and now Rhynix, but we're still waiting. Recently, the download page for Ryujinx has been disabled, and visiting the GitHub page now results in a 404 error. Naturally, many are assuming that Nintendo has taken action to shut down the emulator, after previously targeting the Skyline emulator Yuzu and even taking down the MU Paradise website years ago. It seems Ryujinx may be the latest victim. With the download page disabled and no official updates from Ryujinx's Discord or GitHub, speculation is running high. Although the Ryujinx team mentioned that a clarification would be coming soon, several days have passed with no further information. This has fueled concerns that Nintendo's legal team may have forced the shutdown. Many believe the developers were presented with an offer they couldn't refuse, leaving the future of Ryujinx uncertain. Ubisoft's Assassin's Creed Shadows is introducing a new co-op mode, codenamed League. Although its release date has been delayed, this feature was already in development. In this mode, players will be able to control a female lead alongside Yasuke, fighting together using their unique combat skills. Additionally, more multiplayer Assassin's Creed experiences are on the way, including Invictus, which is set to launch in 2025. There are also rumors of a Black Flag remake in the works. Ubisoft is under considerable pressure, and this situation has been initiated by AJ Investments, which is an investment firm. Although their stake in Ubisoft is less than 1%, they are asking shareholders if they would consider selling to Tencent or another private company. AJ Investments claims they have already gathered support from 10% of the shareholders, and in the next general meeting, they plan to propose new board members to change management. Tencent already holds a 10% stake in Ubisoft and may take further steps. All of this is happening after the delay of Assassin's Creed Shadows, which has frustrated investors. We'll see what Tencent does next and what new changes might come to Ubisoft in the future. The developers of Palworld, Pocket Pair, have signed a deal with Krafton, known for PUBG, to bring Palworld to mobile devices. Krafton will develop the mobile version and adapt the game's core elements for mobile platforms. This announcement comes as Pocket Pair faces a lawsuit from Nintendo and the Pokémon Company regarding certain patents related to Pokémon for mobile devices. One of the game mechanics involves the Pale Sphere, where monsters are caught using a ball-like object closely resembling the gameplay of Pokémon Legends. Arceus. This could be a key point in the lawsuit. Skull and Bones reportedly spent between $650 million and $850 million, making it the primary culprit behind Ubisoft's financial troubles. A YouTuber named Endymion revealed that the game has been in development for over 10 years, undergoing multiple changes along the way, which caused the budget to spiral out of control. In the first week alone, only 850,000 people played the game, and many of them were likely there for the free trial. Thus, one could say the game has completely failed. Hardly anyone is playing it now, and they probably haven't recovered any of their investment. Starting in 2025, a new law will come into effect in California, aiming to hold digital game retailers accountable for their actions. As you may know, companies like Ubisoft have engaged in unethical practices. Recently, they delisted the game crew without any notice, meaning that if you had purchased the game, you could no longer play it online and it was removed from Steam. You also can't play it offline, which essentially means you have no ownership of what you bought. This law will prevent games from being abruptly removed from availability. However, beginning in 2025, you will also receive warnings that access to the game can be revoked at any time and that you do not actually own the game. Ubisoft is facing significant repercussions for these actions. Meta recently showcased 3 new products: the Meta Quest 3, Meta Air Glasses, and Ribbon Meta Glasses. The Meta Quest 3 is set to be a budget headset priced at $300 in the US, and will be powered by Snapdragon 7. It will include 8 GB of RAM and offer high-quality color pass-through for augmented reality AR experiences, which are common across these devices but likely improved in this version. To cut costs, a single LCD has been used instead of a dual LCD setup, but the Fresnel lenses still provide a very decent field of view, especially for its price point. Mark Zuckerberg mentioned that this is just a prototype, and the glasses feature a transparent holographic display, resembling traditional eyewear while functioning entirely as AR glasses. Some features include real-time object recognition, allowing users to identify items they are looking at. For instance, if you're cooking, the glasses can detect ingredients and suggest recipes. Additionally, if you want to learn the guitar or piano, it will provide overlays to assist with that. The Meta Quest 3 also supports hands-free interaction, meaning you don't need to use any controllers. You can control everything just by looking at and speaking to the device. I found this feature impressive, and I encourage you to check out the showcase as well. It's really exciting. The Ribbon glasses have also received updates featuring enhanced cameras of much higher resolution. These glasses fully integrate Meta AI, allowing you to set voice prompts, reminders, send messages, and even receive directions. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the Lagging Times channel. I'll see you in the next video, where the news might be a bit behind, but it's always worth the wait.